Let's bring in White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, great to have you here this morning. We saw you late into the evening last night with that big speech last night at the RNC. We'll get to that in just a moment. But you've seen the damage that has been done so far from Hurricane Laura. We know this is still a very dangerous storm. Has the president been in contact with the governors of those two states, Louisiana and Texas, this morning?
Yes, he has. When I was walking out here, he was on the phone with Governor Abbott. He spoke with Governor John Bel Edwards very, very late in the evening. This president's monitoring this closely. He'll be going to FEMA today. He knows how to respond to hurricanes. He's done it before, and he will do the same again with Hurricane Laura as we hold Texas and Louisiana close to our hearts this morning.
What is the president's understanding as far as the preparedness of FEMA? We are told that FEMA is handling unprecedented demands, emergency demands, obviously with the wildfires in California, now the hurricanes, and all of this happening in the middle of a pandemic. Is FEMA prepared?
FEMA is up to the task. They're extremely impressive. They've handled multiple things at once before, and they will do it again today. They are ready, they are equipped, and they are going to be there for both states as they handle Hurricane Laura and, of course, with the wildfires as well.
All right, we've got the FEMA director coming up in the next block on all of that. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, the president's big night is tonight. We are going to see him formally accept his party's nomination, Kayleigh. This is the moment. What is his message?
He's going to be laying out a vision and a real choice for Americans as to which America they want to live in, what they want their country to look like. And I think most importantly, what this president's going to do is lay out what he's done over the last 4 years. This will be a grand speech surveying what he's done for the American people. A lot of times he achieves something and then you don't hear about it again, like the wall. We had the media demanding to know where the wall was for 2 years. Then he achieves the wall in a way no other president could, breaks through barriers, creates this structure that protects drugs from pouring into our country, and you don't hear about it. His economic achievements, his vision for the future. This will be a grand speech, and really at the end, I think Americans will walk away, know what their choice is, and know a lot of things that they don't often hear across the broader media.
Last night was the big night for Vice President Mike Pence. We saw him take to the stage, and he decided in his moment to tear into Joe Biden's record, calling him a Trojan horse for the radical left. And he also tore into the former vice president over his record on not speaking out against the violence that we're seeing happen in streets and cities across America. Listen.
Last week, Joe Biden didn't say one word about the violence and chaos engulfing cities across this country. So let me be clear. The violence must stop, whether in Minneapolis, Portland, or Kenosha. Too many heroes have died defending our freedom to see Americans strike each other down.
Well, the Biden campaign has responded, and as you know, Joe Biden has now spoken out against that violence. But in a statement from Biden's campaign manager, Kate Bedingfield, they say instead of a roadmap to defeat this virus and rebuild our economy so that it works for the middle class, Vice President Pence only offered up debunked scare tactics and gaslighting in an attempt to further divide us. How do you respond to that?
Well, first, we talk about COVID and the economy pretty much every day here at the White House with the president's briefings, but it's a real travesty that it took the Democrats this long to mention the violence in our streets, that it was ignored. When they had the biggest platform, it was entirely ignored. There are little babies like Legend Taliaferro that have died in their beds because of gun violence, and the Democrats have been deafeningly silent while we've taken action. And when you have the media, fiery but not violent protests, as there are literally fires and violence raging behind them, the media, the Democrats, are aiding and abetting the violence in the streets. And this president has stood strong in saying we will not let it spill into our neighborhoods like what we saw in Portland.
Kayleigh, you took to the stage last night, as did a number of GOP women. We also saw from Kellyanne Conway, Laura Trump, and others. You chose your moment to share this message. Listen.
I want my daughter to grow up in President Donald J. Trump's America.
He picks the toughest fights and tackles the most complex problems. He has stood by me, and he will stand up for you.
President Trump will keep America safe. President Trump will keep America prosperous. President Trump will keep America America.
Kayleigh, you're being praised this morning for sharing an incredibly moving and personal message. You also talked about a phone call that you had with the president after you had your time in the hospital after your surgery. You talked about that. You heard those personal stories from Kellyanne as well as Laura and others as well. Why was it important for you, for these GOP women, to take to the stage and share personal testimonials on the president?
Because we know who this man is. This president loves the American people. I mean, it meant the world to me as I was recovering from removing my breast tissue that this president, who at the time I'd only met once or twice, took the time to call me. It meant the world that out of nowhere, before he even came down to the Oval Office yesterday, he called me and said, Kayleigh, I want you to share this story. Share it powerfully, share it emotionally. I want women to know that they're cared for and they're protected, and your story will give them hope. That's who this president is. In the same way he's cared about me, he cares about the American people. I see it in the Oval Office every day. I see the phone calls he makes. I see the letters he writes to children and their parents who have died in the streets or been victims of violence. I know who this man is. Those other women who spoke last night know who this man is, and we will share that with the American people, who we think will validate that in November.
We will see the president tonight, his big moment. The theme today, fourth day of the RNC, Land of Greatness. Kayleigh, great to have you here this morning. Thanks so much.